Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn on the south side as Jade Sun Adder. We got jmooji6. Spawn on the north side as the Nor Eclipse, the more blacker hole Adder. We got Matemon. This replay was submitted to me, but I won't reveal it until the end of the game because most times players submit in the replay that they usually win. Those always give prop to those who submit replays to me who lose. So let's get started. This is a 2-base map, 1 seaport, but there is a good number of shores here, so black boats could be quite nice. There's also a pipe seam here, which can be destroyed for a bit more traversement. Also another seaport here, so we could. There's also a pair of shores there. So can't traverse here any blue water ships, so only black boats and landers have full traversement of the seas. So battleships could simply push forward and provide some bombardment. There's also an airport here. Got a T-copter there. Could push forward, help drop off on forward locations. A lot of shores here, which means recons have pretty good mobility this map. Got another tank up on the field. Looks like the seamless loop is not doing all too well when it comes to the CO themes. Another tank. We do have, of course, a black boat here. Both compounds being obtained by North. I'm going to have to segment these players by the color rather than the players. Or the COs. So it looks like Nor Eclipse player is eyeing for the comm towers. Some players just going for properties. So got a lot more captures there. 14,000 versus 12,000. Tanks heading down south. The tanks are not in range of each other. Both starting to posture up. Here, infantry. Lots of capture this, so 17,000 versus 14,000 at the moment. And now got the battlecopter over here, heading over here. The anti-air, if you look at this path, can go down this way. But reaching over here is a little bit slow. You need the anti-air to pull it out here to go down south a little more easily. Because in this case, to go down south, go here, then more here, but to go down here, you have to go backwards over here, so... Maybe it would have been a little bit better to pull out the anti-air on this base. Either way, North has not claimed these two cities here, while the Jade Sun has captured his. Tank just setting up, trying to perhaps stay out of the range of these tanks and not trying to push forward just yet. Now the tank and battlecopter is heading up north towards the anti-air. I think the anti-air probably should move towards around here, maybe around here, so it can go left or right. Remember as well, in this game, Pythagorean theorem does not exist. There are no shortcuts, unless through pipe seams. Battlecopter and anti-air with another infantry unit there. Does pick off that one unit there. And T-copter does drop off there. Does get a bit of retaliation. Tanks heading up north, trying to zone out the anti-air. Got 2 tanks here, 1 battlecopter here. Both players' composition are quite similar, though right now Nor Eclipse could be a bit more aggressive down here. 2 tanks to charge forward, and tank can either counterattack on 1 or fall back. So I think Nor Eclipse can head down south a bit more aggressively right now with a single versus a single tank. Tank infantry. Yeah, I think these 2 tanks should push forward. Maybe the battle can come down south, but there's still an anti-air to worry about. Let's pick off a unit there. Yeah, I think shoveling these guys is a bad choice. Because if both push forward, then one can receive damage, the other one just simply provides fire support. Up north, we do have 2 tanks, 2 battlecopters, and the black boat. Catching up the seaport there, there could be something stupid like a battleship there. That will basically lock down that entire region. Though that would be quite expensive. Then comes for, he has right now 25,000. Could go for a Neo tank or bomber. Does go for a bomber. Anti-airs up north. No anti-airs down south, so maybe north needs to get anti-air to head down south for the winter. Infantry, anti-air, and battlecopter. Takes off into there. North still has both comm towers, which is very important. He has plus release and firepower. Bomber heading over to the east. Better shuffling up north. And the bomber's being very aggressive because there's no counter here. The bomber can just go in and kill everything. Capturing up the comm tower up north. Both sides has nowhere near for even their power. When I say nowhere near, I mean they can easily obtain it, but has generated no energy right now. This entire game's been quite bloodless. Both players hovering around slightly over 4,000 damage dealt and received. Maybe a fighter's going to be spawned out here? Oh, I can click on the structure now. Has it always been like that as a when it comes to caster vision? I don't remember you being able to do this as a caster. Could pop out a fighter. Oh yeah, my player ID does not match either of these players who are currently playing. I know you can do that in Tiny Wars. There's a fighter there. So ambush fighter potentially. And remember as well, fighter can reach this far, and both players are at it, which means they can reach even farther. Anti-airs are starting to push their way forward. You may want to start eyeing the posture of the anti-airs towards the airport. Anti-air tank. And looks like Nor Eclipse are pushed before, gains a number of small picks there, now gains some sizable hits. Able to hit both those tanks. There are 5 battlecopters here, but the tank escort is gone, so these triple anti-air pose an existential threat to these battlecopters. Battlecopters just meaning to run away. This is a great edge there. Ironically, those tanks being pushed forward was, well, they had a bit of a meat shield in front of them, but since they were in range, it means his opponent was able to knock out the threat to the anti-airs. So north appears to be lost for south. And he has just enough forces here to keep his opponent at bay. Tanks do fall back, get a little bit of merge there. Battlecopters withdrawing. Iron just pull back out of range the anti-airs. Which I suppose with the power and superpower they could reach maybe 1 or 2 of them. These things are backed up into a corner. Neo tank infantry. And now North is eyeing for the side slip. Takes out that 1 infantry there, flips the property, or starting to. Hits the infantry unit there. Tank on tank. And Bill's managed Marines has single battlecopter there. Very nice. Down south, just leading a charge. If it hits to the anti-air, then the battlecopters have full immunity, though there's still more battlecopters there. And the fighter, let's see, this is the maximum range there, so cannot reach the bomber. We'll need its full superpower to reach the bomber. And the thing is, well, if there's enough tanks here to exert dominance down south, so sure, maybe the battlecopters will go down, but the tanks will just clean everything else up. The bomber can't push forward as long as the fighters in the region. So right now, it seems like Nor Eclipse is in a winning position. Has 183 in the field versus 143, so he's about 2 turns ahead. Blah. A side slip counterattack. It's one battlecopter. Soften up zone tank. Bomber does not take out that tank there. Trying to flip that property there. Goes to try and do a bit of a desperate counterattack. Edging unit slightly forward. This one does not have the power charge for a power. But taking out a bomber sure does help. Tank on anti-air. Battlecopter hits tank. Finish off the anti-air there. Battlecopter, no, that's T-copter. And overall just pulling back in the northern region. There's not a Neo-tank there, so maybe he could go for something in his own valuable asset for that region. Neo-tank infantry, that's one valuable asset. Does put some rounds into the battlecopter. Battlecopter, infantry, and tank. Hits the anti-air. And anti-air goes down, hits the tank there, finish off the anti-air, finish off the infantry there. Goes for another power, which maybe enough to help arrange himself here. Same infantry unit twice. Anti-air finished off another infantry unit there. This one now has access to a superpower. Looks like everything else. Oh, managed to use a pulse of Marines to actually retreat these units back with the corner, which is actually very important there. And almost another side slip. And his opponent has resigned. Thank you, Matemon, for submitting the replay to me. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.